So starting off, we had the graduation for the academy. We graduated our 12 cadets, so we held strong and we had them all able to graduate. We have now, it's our 2-week orientation, and they're starting to see what the department's all about. And so hopefully in 3 months, knock on wood, after they go through their FTO program, we'll have them out on the streets. So that will add then more bodies to detectives to be able to do more things dealing with other, specific related crimes. And and so that way, and more bodies out on patrol as well. So again, everything's going really good, and if everything works out well, this next academy that's going to start up in about a month, we're going to have that was working. Is that better? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So with that, we have 15 candidates that we're hoping to send through the next academy, and that's everything for the restoration that we're having to do with getting as many bodies back on patrol as possible that the Board of Supervisors has agreed to do for us. So we've got that, and also there was an email that I received regarding drones that apparently we have a lot of concerns, and a lot of people, not just in Salida, but everywhere, wondering what the heck is the law on these drones, and why are they able to fly around in our backyard, and what's the privacy laws behind that. Well, as of right now, there is no law that basically prohibits them, that they can't do that. Sacramento has a lot of legislation that they're trying to get passed. The only thing we do have right now that does stand is that if it's a 50-pound or more drone, that it has to be flown by someone that's actually got their pilot's license. So to be able to find them and say, hey, what are you doing, what's going on? I mean, obviously there's going to be some tricks behind that. There's going to be some hoops that we're going to need to jump through. But the smaller drones right now don't have any regulations. So if you have a beef with that, hey, why aren't they doing this? Why are they able to fly in our backyards, check out our things or anything like that? Send emails, call, your legislation and say, this is what's going on. We don't want this. We want the roof to be, 500 feet at least above our house line so that they can't look into whatever we've got going on for your own privacy laws that you have in your house. So, but yeah, as of right now, there is nothing that governs them. And like people say, they get frustrated and like, well, can we, shoot them down, BB guns, whatever? No, because then that makes you the criminal, and then now you're vandalizing property. And I know it's frustrating, but it's one of those catch-22s. So, yeah, I would not recommend that you do that. As fun as it may seem to want to do it, don't do it. So, any questions? Yes.
Yeah, it's actually, I am a registered pilot. I do have my registration. And I'm also a member of the AMA, American Modeling Association. So anything that's below a half a pound does not have to be registered. So there's these little bitty quads, what we call them quads, that they fly around, but they weigh less than a half a pound. As long as they're under a half a pound, they don't need to register. But if they're over a half a pound, they do. And the ceiling limit for any model is 400 foot. So there's in fact, I looked over today, and there is no ruling about flying over residential. That's not
exactly.
in there. There's 400 foot ceiling. You can't fly within 5 miles of an airport. You got to stay away from any manned aircraft. So like if there's a helicopter in the area or an airplane, you have to stay away from those. There's a few more in there, but they're really immaterial. But like you're saying, it's not a law. It's a rule brought down by FAA, has made this ruling, and FAA also controls airplanes.
And that's the issue that we have. I mean, we can say, hey, make sure that you guys, when crossing the street, walk your bicycles across the street. But if you get caught riding your bicycle, it's like, well, don't do it again. There's nothing that we can actually hold you to, like to give you a citation or anything. Like you're saying, those are rules, but if it's not followed by a law or some sort of punishable offense that, a fine or something, there's not much we can do other than point the finger at you, harshly tell you not to do it again. So when people don't feel that there's any recourse behind their actions, they're gonna be like, well, I'm just gonna keep doing it.
So you don't have a county ordinance?
We don't have that either, exactly. So, and that's another thing that we could actually
Can
look
cities
into.
or municipalities make an ordinance? to that
It's
effect?
something to look into, and again, sometimes, when, and this is typically how it works, that the feds will say, well, this is what we'll allow to happen, and then the states will say, well, this is only what we want to happen, and the cities will say, no, we're only gonna allow this. So usually you can make it stricter than what feds or state make, so yes, we could do that, but again, it's a matter of getting a hold of your board of supervisors and stuff, and letting them know that this is what we want done, so. Just picks one person, get the ball rolling, yes.
Just a bit more on the drone subject. There are drones out now that automatically comply with official no-fly zones.